Hello, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Draft Chats. Today, I'm joined by Henry FM. How are you doing, mate?
I'm all right, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, all good, mate. Can't moan. So, quickly before we get into the questions, I wanted to talk about the draft parameters for today. Where are these rules coming from exactly?
So I had a think. I thought, let's not do just a basic normal draft pool. Let's try something different. And essentially, I've chosen all of the clubs that I've managed this FM, which, funny enough, is quite a lot. But yeah, basically all of the leagues that I've managed in so far this FM, I've just thrown in a draft pool because why not?
There's a massive list of different ones. It'll all be in the description for everyone to go through if you want to have a bit more detail about what we're actually doing. But we're starting off. Henry's up first. I'm curious who you're going to go with. Obviously, with this sort of draft pool, there's so many big name hitters as well. But 300 million budget as well. We don't want to blow it all
Hmm.
so early. So it'll be interesting to see who you go with for this first one. But yeah, let's get into Football Manager first then. When did you first get into Football Manager? What was your the first game you played and your first save? Do you remember any of that at all?
Um, I remember I got back into FM back in only in FM 16 actually. I can't remember how I found it or where I found it, and I have no idea what save I did. But all I remember is I look on Steam and FM 16 is the first game I owned.
Okay.
That's basically all of it, really.
No, it's one of them ones I can't remember my first save game, but I'd imagine it being like Birmingham City being a supporter of those. But
Mm.
thinking back now, there's no way I can remember. It feels like a lifetime ago though, to be honest. There's no way remembering that sort of thing really. But yeah, I want to move on to streaming then. So obviously you played for FM for a couple of years prior, sort of thing. When did streaming first come into playing FM and getting it out there for you anyway?
So I think it was back in. I think I did a Twitter thread about sort of February, March last year, of a alphabet journeyman,
Okay.
and an old childhood friend replied to the tweet saying, "Why don't you give streaming a go?" And I thought, when he said that, I thought,
Yeah.
not too sure. And then I just sat and thought about it and thought, you know what? Let's just give it a go. Why not?
Yeah.
Worst comes to worst, it just sort of
Like
fizzles
fizzles
out
out
or
sort of
whatever.
thing. Yeah. It's one of the things
But
you're worth just trying it sort of and pick it up and just giving it a go. And if it works, it works. If it isn't for you, it isn't for you, sort of thing. Like you don't lose anything
mm,
from it, do you? Really? But
yeah,
obviously, go on.
I always thought I was like decently entertaining, and I thought, you know what? I'll just give it a go and see what happens.
Yeah. I mean, since then though, man, it's kind of strives obviously it's gone very well for you. Like, how long has it been going now? You've actually been streaming now. It's kind of been
Um, I
a year and a
believe now
half.
it's not even that. I think it's 14 months.
Wow.
About 14 months.
So I know it was around the same sort of time I picked things up not a lot long afterwards. I don't think it was. I
Mm,
started in the March of last year, so I mean just after me, I think. Then not long afterwards.
yeah.
That's great that you've gone on Strive as well. Obviously, clearly, some of the stuff you've been doing, sort of thing, and the numbers you do get in your streams and stuff, sort of thing, and the support you've got, the community you've built there, it's clearly showing, hasn't
Oh, it's great. I love every minute of it. I wouldn't change it for the world, really.
it? So last year you hosted a charity stream, which myself, and a few others obviously involved. You did a bit of Minecraft on there within the FM server, did Football Manager, of course, on there, and some other games as well. I just want to go back and look back into that charity stream sort of thing. I felt like a bit like a turning point for your streaming, from what I watched anyway. How would you feel that changed things for you? And could you explain a bit more what the charity stream was again for anyone that did miss it at the time?
So I did it so my dad passed away I think it's about 5 years ago now, and I always wanted to do something in memory of him. So I thought, you know what? Why not raise money for charity? That charity being Pancreatic Cancer UK. And I thought, you know what? I'll try a 24-hour stream. I mean, it didn't work. if eating forfeits didn't go down too well,
I
but
remember.
it wasn't the best idea. Something I probably wouldn't do again. But looking back at it, something I thoroughly enjoyed. Like really, really loved doing it. And possibly thinking about doing another one this coming July,
Oh,
dependent
amazing.
on how timings work and stuff. But it's just something different, and it's giving back to people. Like, it's not just all about me. It's about sort of raising awareness and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
just helping out those that aren't as lucky as I am. Like, I was quite lucky in the situation I had, but I was one of the lucky ones. Like, if that makes any sense.
No, no, totally, mate. It makes total sense. Like, nah, it's amazing what you did, mate. Honestly, man. I really enjoyed like the part I caught that charity stream. Obviously, there's a few. Like, I remember we were doing all the Minecraft stuff. Sort of thing. There's quite a few of us in the server at the time doing that. But like, from what I was watching as a viewer, so I was sort of thinking it was an enjoyable stream to be a part of as a viewer. And it was great to see the awareness you were like raising, sort of thing, for the cause as well. And like, it proved, man. Like, you raised a very good amount for the charity as well, which is great to see as well. From someone who's like again at that point as well, you're still fairly new to stream at that point as well. And you managed to like get people in there and donate as well, which is great to see.
Oh yeah, it was only about I was about 3 months in,
Yeah,
so I barely started really.
oh, that's amazing. Honestly, smashed it. So I want to get on to the community you've built currently on Twitch. Obviously, it's been ever growing, and one of the better ones within the FM community, I have to admit, sort of thing. Seeing like the numbers you're picking up, sort of thing, and the people are all like, you have to have like a very consistent audience that come back every stream. How do you think that's came about?
I mean, so when I started originally, like I was sort of a regular in a few different Twitch chats, and like there'll be names that when I started are still here. So that sort of being known to some people, they were intrigued, came along and stuck about. And then I don't know, I guess it just picked up people here and there. Um, they're a chaotic bunch at times, but I wouldn't change them for anything really.
No.
Like they're funny. I get on with them.
That's you
Like,
want those sort of thing. You want that community sort of thing that you can just like have a laugh with sort of thing, whether a bit or even they'll be there like as a more supportive like chat sort of thing, like they know you're not like in the mood sort of thing or not feeling great sort of thing. They'll kind of like be there and obviously away from like streams as well sort of thing. They're there in the background. Obviously, recently like you've met up with quite a few people from like the community as well sort of thing, which obviously goes a long way to show how well you get along with these people now.
oh yeah, 100%. I've met some people I'd consider proper friends through Twitch.
Yeah. Oh, definitely, man. So you want those sort of thing, like you build that sort of community sort of thing. It isn't just like an online community; it is like a real life community of people that you want to be around and you actually hang out with sort of thing, which is great to have.
Oh yeah, like I consider myself pretty darn lucky with some of the people that I've met.
Yeah,
Just to be able to meet them, especially after the last few years with everything that's happened. Being able to actually like go and meet people in person.
I mean, after
It's
go on,
pretty nice.
Was that it though, sort of thing? Like after like almost 2 years of people like basically not seeing hardly anyone sort of thing, especially like new people that you've met through online sort of thing as well. It's complete like game changer about to go out there now and meet these people that you've like associated so well with these last 2 years sort of thing, got along with, and now you can actually go hang out with them and do stuff with them, which is great.
Oh, 100% is like it's great.
Yeah,
It's nice to be able to like if you'd have asked me this time 2 years ago, you'll be going to meet these people then and stuff like that. Everything will be pretty much back to normal. I thought I'd have told you, nah, you're just lying to me.
yeah.
I don't believe you one bit.
So I mean, someone turn around, you'd be like, "Oh, you're gonna meet these bunch of strangers you met through Twitch and go hang out with them," sort of thing, and it becomes your closest friends. Like 2 years ago, you're like, "What are you on about?" You just don't
Yeah.
expect it to be like, say, like it gets to a point where you end up like speaking to some of these people you've only met like once or twice, or not even met, sort of thing, more than people you generally hang out with on most days, sort of thing, or do see on a regular sometimes. So I've started finding I'm like talking to more people like through this community now than someone like my closest like older friends. Sometimes it's like you haven't
Oh
even
yeah.
met some of these people, and like you're so close to them, sort of thing, because you got so much in common. You realise through playing the game. It's quite mad, to be fair. I've just picked Julian Alvarez for bloody 25 million. I've got 1 million left. I wasn't even looking at my budget. Oh my days.
I didn't want to say there's an unlimited budget.
I didn't even think of that.
It makes it too easy.
As soon as I pressed it, I was like, "What have I just done? I've got no budget left." Wow, down to the 500,000 picks than now, 200,000 picks already. Love that.
There'll be quite a few. There'll be quite a few of them around.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like some of the leagues that are loaded in, sort of thing. Like so, you know, I mentioned like the Greek leagues in there, and what else is in
Mm,
there? Like lower league Portugal's in there, Slovakia.
yeah,
Some
there's
interesting
there's a lot.
places you've been in your streams. Been some very interesting places so far, haven't you?
Yeah, just a few different places. I mean, I've often been, I wouldn't say criticized, but I've had comments made about the amount of saves I start, and I've brought it up quite a few times on stream. If I'm doing a save and I don't enjoy it,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be entertaining to people. I'm not going to look forward to streaming. I'm just going to sit there and just be boring, and then no one's going to want to watch it. No one wants to watch someone who's visibly not having fun
Oh,
with a
definitely, man.
save. It's it's not fun.
No.
Like I wouldn't watch someone who isn't enjoying what they're doing. Like, there's no point. So I've made it quite clear when I fall out of love with a save, I will try something else.
Yeah.
And I mean, okay, I look back at it and I probably regret starting and quitting some of the saves, especially the Belenenses save. I was looking back at it, I kind of wish I kept going with it because it was actually probably one of the better ones I had going. Um, the Journeyman, the first Journeyman I did, I sort of just fell out of love with it just because of the fact that I basically just started breaking all the rules I set for myself. And I just went, okay, I can do this, I'll do this, I'll do this. And before you know it, it's not really the save it was actually meant to be.
No.
It just became a regular standard journeyman, and that kind of wasn't the intention.
Yeah.
So that's why when I came back and visited it this like with this save, the new save I'm doing, I thought, okay, instead of just having just having a bog standard journeyman, let's set myself a few rules. Just like basically saying one of the ones that I was quite happy with actually was so you get sort of club vision, they set you the style of football they want you to play.
Yeah.
So they go, you play defensive football, counter attack, whatever. And I went, okay. So one of my sort of rules has to be I have to try and build a tactic that basically tries to achieve those aims,
That makes
not just
sense. That's
creating a
good.
random tactic
Yeah.
to just breeze through the league, but just something like that, which has been interesting. Another one was trying to. Well, I had to bring a player from an old club to
Okay.
any
That's
new
good.
club I
Yeah.
went to, and that would be and it couldn't be the same player twice. So I couldn't just go, oh, I've had you and I know you're good. Let's bring you in again. Like, it's got to be somewhat different. And
Yeah.
as a rule, I'd say it's different. I mean, saying that the first club I've moved to, I've only been able to bring in my third choice goalie that I never played because no one else wanted to come to the second tier of Slovakia.
Of
But
course. And what would they?
I didn't blame him, to be honest. I didn't blame any of them.
That's good though. Like setting them sort of like different roles sometimes just adds that different edge to it, sort of thing. Like it does make the saves so much more enjoyable sometimes.
Mm.
Like saves can get very repetitive. Like I'm in the same boat as you. Like so, the start of this FM, I started like a journeyman thing, and I'd never done journeyman properly before, and I thought I'm gonna try and get into it. We started in the low leagues of Sweden. About 4 seasons in, I was like, "Oh, you know what? I'm so done with Sweden. Nowhere else wants to hire me. I'm not enjoying the save no more. I'll turn around and put it in the Discord. So like, I'm just not enjoying the save. We're getting rid of it. It's gone. And that's only been the first time so far it's happened. But like, you do get there sometime. Where you're just like, oh, is this really going anywhere? Like you said yourself, you don't want to be doing streaming something you're not enjoying because
Oh no,
the viewers better tell if you're not enjoying it, they ain't gonna enjoy it.
oh no, no one's going to sit there and watch you play a save, and if you're not enjoying it,
Yeah,
because you're just like even if you try to still be entertaining, you're just not going to be as entertaining as you would be if you were, let's say, just really enjoying it.
yeah. I remember I was trying to build excitement over this one player at the team, and I was just like, deep down in my head, I was like, he's so garbage. I want to get rid of him, but I was like, I've built him up now as my main player, and I'm building the team around this guy, and I was like, but he's so crap. It's
Yeah,
such
that
a
that does happen.
oh man. So that's us done drafting then. We're back in a moment with the match. Murph FM versus Henry FM. We'll see you there. Right, and here we go then. The teams are ready now. I'm looking forward to this one. I haven't really tried to see him much this season, and with Giroud and Nacho at the other end of the pitch as well. Pretty big man on the pitch for this game as well, so it's quite interesting to see. There's going to be some big balls in the box for these big boys. So first thing first, I want to jump into your YouTube content creation. Obviously, you've done bits and pieces, and it's been a. Is that something that you want to try and like do more of in the future, or is you just obviously trying to do stuff around work? Oh my god, what a chance! Jeez.
I guess, yeah, I guess time. I don't have all the time in the world, and I guess I prefer streaming to YouTube. Like, I can't really. It does. I've tried YouTube, and a lot of people have said, "Oh, you seem a lot different on stream compared to YouTube." It's such a different like scenario when you're sat in front of a
Like,
screen just recording and talking to no one, whereas I feed off like the engagement in chat and stuff.
oh, definitely, man. It's
That
a whole
sort of
different
stuff
beast,
helps me a
man.
lot.
I've got to try and explain to like my friends sort of thing, not the differences. They're like, well, if you're doing that today, why are you doing that one today? I was like, well, this one's just you put the video out there and people go watch it streaming. It's like it's live TV sort of thing, basically. You're doing it there, but you're interacting with the people who are watching at the same time. Oh, it's a great story, that is.
Great finish.
These top pins. Yeah. No, it's a completely different
Wallop.
beast, man. Like, as we mentioned prior, sort of thing, like you smashed it with Twitch, sort of thing. It's better to put the priority and focus into just doing the one more so, isn't it, really, sort of thing. If at times when you struggle, pick the one, put that focus into one. Like, there's people in the past, sort of thing, and like, even the smaller creators have said, like, oh, they want to do both, but they find it hard. Like, I'll say just pick the one you feel like you're best at, but enjoy the most. Or the best thing you can do sometimes, really.
Yeah, there's you can do both and work at the same time. Like it
Oh,
is
definitely.
possible, but I'd say if you get to that sort of state, you might not end up enjoying things.
Yeah.
And I look at this as basically just a hobby.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And I much prefer the streaming side to making YouTube content and stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, like if I have ideas, I'll throw out YouTube stuff, but like I'd much prefer doing streaming than sitting talking to people than having to go through the process of recording a video, editing a video, getting a thumbnail sorted, doing all that stuff. Like it takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of time.
I looked at it in the past, sort of being like, people said, "Oh, well, surely it takes like longer to stream." I was like, "Oh, no, because by the time you've like recorded the video and you have to stop and start other bits, sort of thing, then edit the video, design your thumbnail, upload, like you spend the same amount of time actually editing and like doing the video as you would do a stream anyway, sort of thing." People don't realize sometimes people think you just like hit record, do the video, upload it, done, and walk away. It's like, no, there's so much more behind it. You don't really get.
Oh,
But
yeah.
same with streaming though as well. Like you spend like so long, even just like tweaking things like your audio sort of thing or whatever. Like it isn't just go live and just get on with it sort of thing. Like you spend like a good like 15 minutes to half hour sometimes like setting up stuff to make sure it looks right, sounds right, lighting, you know what it is sort of thing, all the different stuff.
Yeah, I'll spend like a good 20, 25 minutes before I go live making sure I've got everything set up so my audio's fine, my camera's fine, my background's fine. Like I don't just sit there and go, well, you know what, I'm just gonna press go live and
Yeah.
do that as you've scored the third goal.
Sorry.
And I feel like
We mentioned about the big guys. Tammy's doing
Yeah.
that big guy duty there straight away.
it's fine. I mean, Chesney's a 6.
Oh dear. He's not
How's
a great
that
one,
we
is
pick
he?
him again? No, he's not having the most exciting of times.
So I want to get into other games. Well, previously you've done some stuff with Valorant in the past, and you played some other games on stream. Is that something you look about doing more in the future, maybe, or is it very much FM's a priority? And then if you just fancy something different, just why not? Let's just stream something different for the like, you know?
Yeah, basically that. I mean, when it came to sort of the end of last FM cycle, I wanted to try different things. So, like, I tried playing. I did a lot of GeoGuessr back last summer. Definitely something I want to bring back in.
Yeah,
But it's mainly FM is the priority. But when you've got to do other things because you can't be streaming FM all year round. Like when it gets in the cycle, it's going to be a bit more dead. And there are like I've done Valorant, I've done Crusader Kings. want to get City Skylines on. There's I
Yeah.
don't just want to be FM, but mainly FM
No, I
because
thought
like I think if I look at other games and I think I play them like offline. And I think, am I going to enjoy streaming this,
that. Oof.
or
It
am I
is.
just going to enjoy playing this offline? Like, a lot of games I play offline because I look at it and I think I'm not going to be that entertaining while streaming it. Like, that's the good thing about FM is you can see. I regularly, when I used to play FM, I would never just be sat playing just FM. I'd
Yeah.
have something else on, and that's like the great thing about it. You don't just have to have 100% of the focus on FM. You can do other things, and that's why it's such a good game to stream, because you can be interacting with people whilst you play it.
Yeah, you
Whereas
can
there's like
focus on the
games
chat and
like,
stuff. Yeah.
yeah, like when I stream Valorant, you can't sit there mid round and start having a random chat with someone.
You're getting shot at trying to take cover, sort of thing, and people like just trying to read the chat at the same time. I can't imagine
Yeah.
like how them streamers do it. Like the ones I've watched, sort of thing, they kind of have to like ignore the chat for like about 10-15 minutes, and then it rounds over. Like, right, now I catch up, sort of thing. Where I'm for like the live interaction non-stop, sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
I found it a bit easier.
100%.
Like last summer, obviously, we had a few of us doing Minecraft, sort of thing. That wasn't too bad, just like stream and chat at the same time. But I suppose like a few of us like were being calls with each other as well, sort of thing, doing that sort of stuff at the same time. That made it a bit easier. But I don't know, like it's good to have like that variety. You can obviously hand stream other games as well.
This isn't the result I wanted, really.
Sorry. I mean, I didn't
It's
expect
fine.
it. This is something new I've been like working on in my stream save. And it seems to work in drafts at the moment. Well, we worked in one draft.
Yes.
So I want to get into the final bit now. What has been your funniest stream moment so far?
So I have a like shout out thing on stream that brings up a like clip, like an old.
Oh
You can
yeah,
bring
yeah.
up any sort of clip from someone of their stream, and I remember shouting out Cheetah at one point, and it came up with a clip of him. I don't know how to word this whilst being quite PG.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Like it's all like it's not a kid friendly channel. It's fine.
He was it basically came out with him sucking, just making the reference towards sucking something, and it was quite iconic because I do remember the clip and I do remember what he was doing. He was talking about how that he was doing that because like he'd seen someone do it on the big screen and he was just going over what happened and what it was. And the fact that it came up on a shout out midstream was quite iconic, actually.
I can imagine.
And it's the main reason I will probably never remove the clip shout out thing. Partly because I think it's quite great because you don't just get a shout out, you get a shout out and you get to see who they are, what they do, what they look like. And you can get quite a lot from just a 20-second, even though there's no audio, you can get quite a lot from just a 20-second clip. Like, if I saw that clip of Jeter and I hadn't watched him before, I'd have gone, okay, this sounds like something quite funny.
Yeah, I'm here to
Especially the way
follow.
everyone reacted to it. I was like, yeah, well, I'll tune in next time he's live and see.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a good shout for. I've not added that on mine. It's something I might look into because that sounds after that one, I can't imagine some of the things I might see from my stream.
Well, I got it from.
Dread to imagine.
I got it from Sai.
Yeah, I was in Sai's stream at like early hours of this morning, and I saw his one again when he shouted me out again. I was like, oh yeah, I keep forgetting. That's such a good idea. It's something that not everyone really utilizes, but it is a great idea, and like I say, it helps that creator as well, definitely by getting to see their stuff as well, sort of thing, during your stream as well, which definitely helps.
100%.
Well, look at the stats, mate. You had more shots as well and a better XG. I don't know how that's gone that bad.
This game's unfair. I'm used to it at this point.
Bloody FM. Well, for everyone that has watched, of course, links are down below, but where can they find you, just to make sure they do actually come find you?
Funny enough, I'm actually managed to have all my socials the same. Henry FM _ on literally, but not literally every social media. The ones I use, basically Twitter, YouTube, and Twitch. I nearly forgot the most important one.
Is that the one we're promoting the most?
Yeah.
Well, the links will be down below for everyone. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure you like and subscribe. Check out Henry's streams, his YouTube, and follow him on Twitter as well. All the links will be down below. And as always, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.